Hello, hope you is good. Welcome back to Europe Universalis 4 with France. So, I'm on my way to take Berlin. Let's get to it. I've also, in between episodes, I think I should show off just how many buildings I've just made. You can see I'm back up to 10 corruption. I spent nearly 40,000 in total, 40, on. Can you see the yellow stripes? Yeah, they're provinces I'm currently building universities in. And then on the flip side, town halls. Oh yeah, the yellow's also for town halls, so everything here is a university or a town hall, sorry. Most of this is currently town halls. So I'm going to be getting back all of this governing cap. I'm back to being 500 over, don't you worry. Paris alone is going to give me back 39 gov cap. When I checked it, it literally just said plus 39. Well, how nice is that? So let's go stop the Austrians. And then just continue sieging. The Commonwealth did guarantee Austria, which worked for a nice little truce reset. However, they themselves have no allies. Practically screaming for me to fight them again. So it's a good thing my truce with them ends in 4 years. As does, let's not forget, the truce with the Ottomans. Plus, I also want to refight the Iberians. I am on my way to getting imperialism though. I was meant to get it last episode and I accidentally forgot and I derped out and devved. But hey, we'll get it soon enough, don't you worry. We'll have all the imperialisms and everything shall be grand. Let's not forget that my next admin tech also supplies me with not just 5, but 10% admin efficiency. It's gonna be crazy. That will put me at 54% right now. If I was under GovCap, that'd be like 62%. Bearing in mind that I get an additional modifier on the effects of absolutism in this age. As a result of being France with the bonus. Otherwise known as just French absolutism. Like, fair enough. Also, mines are doing me a solid here, look. Taking out my rebels, how nice. They can take out my rebels, and then I can take them out. I think that's, some might say, the law of equivalent exchange. So where would be my next direction? I might start lining some troops. 1683? I think that sounds like the Ottomans are next then, doesn't it? And not only am I super far over on tech, even though I need to actually get Mil 23, but I've also, in the last level of tech, almost completed quantity ideas. So I'm literally just the final one away. I'm not necessarily needing the land force limit. I am so far away from my current force limit. I'm like half of my force limit right now. It's actually quite scary how low in comparison I am for how many troops I have. The income's still looking good. And what about centralising? Nope. Can't centralise. As in there's nothing for me to be able to centralise due to the fact that I've got gov reform progress not at 50. I think is what I'm trying to say. Right, let's send this army down here. This one can continue sieging Bresgau. I don't need this to go and attack the army. That's what the other stack's for. And yeah, they're running away. They're going to waddle away, waddle waddle.
Then he waddled away, waddle waddle.
And then I'll just take out mines. Also, let's not forget Russia is on the table now. I am basically one war away from being able to get Moskva. Of course, I'm still going to take more land from Russia. I want decent looking borders by the end of the campaign, if possible. Which means I'm also going to take out Geneva and Trent. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about them. I'm just delaying them. Norway are the current emperor, so every time I fight the empire, I need to fight Norway. Ansbach, Hainault, Liège, Munster, Brandenburg and Trent. I'm not too sure if I can get all of them in one war unless I get a whole bunch of co-belligerents. What I could do to disband the empire is I could just declare war on somebody in the empire, Co-belligerate literally everyone and get all of these guys in a war. Easy peasy. Not the difficult part. And then occupy all the capitals. And then just disband the empire and just get rid of the damn thing. I know I could have got rid of the empire a long time ago probably. But hey, we're getting around to it now. It will go. I'm also 20 years off being able to start working on my other achievement, where I'm going to spread the revolution to 10 countries. Which is partly why I've been wanting to save these guys. So the plan about co-belligerating everybody in one war? Yeah, probably later. Because I want to get at least, well, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's plenty of little guys here that I can just turn revolutionary. So that the achievement shouldn't be too hard. The hardest bit about it will be becoming revolutionary France. And that's not difficult because all I need to do is lose stability, easily done, and get myself up to 1 stab after 1700. Every other condition is fulfilled. France is the most powerful nation in Europe. Yes, yes it is. Absolutely. The fact that that's a modifier for the target of the French Revolution is kind of funny, but 100% I'm one of the strongest. Well, I mean, I'm not technically one of the strongest. I'm technically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the strongest. Right? 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm 9,000, 1, 2, 2,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. I'm basically the same size as the other 7 great powers in the world put together. It's kind of cool when you think about it. What's this 100k doing? Oh, it was going to go up to deal with the guys up there, I think, and then I changed my mind. Unless it did already do the battle? I can't remember. Sorry, that's on me. Mines are back up in Berlin. I don't think you're going to be too successful though, honestly. I don't think that's quite going to go your way. Let's see what I can do. And, of course, the Austrians ran away from here, or I beat them in a battle, one of the two. I'm currently 165k off from 0. Again, that's actually not bad. When you consider how many units are in play. Honestly. And how much attrition I'm gathering. My max manpower is actually 1.2 mil. Nearly 1.3 mil. Which is kind of crazy. Let's take out these troops here. And how's the separatists coming on? I might need to do a little bit of stomping. Just a little tiny little bit of harsh treatment. Transylvanians as well. And I need to save up the ideas, the sword mana, actually not for the idea, but for Tech 23. Then I'll grab the quantity finisher. So it's quantity. Then I'll go quality. And I still don't know what that final wild card would be. If I wanted to really meme about, I'd probably make it maritime. But something's telling me I'd almost be tempted just to make it another mill idea, just for the absolute overkill of the thing. Like offensive, and just have offensive, quality, quantity, and defensive, and just do 4 of them. But hey, that's not what I'm currently planning. It's definitely going to be that the 8th one would either be a mill or a dip group. Hell, it could just be trade for the shenanigans of it all. Considering that a long time ago in the campaign I said I wouldn't grab trade, that would be almost a small twist of fate. I imagine the final one would actually be humanist ideas, actually. Just to really stomp in the rebels. Plus the years of separatism would reduce the starting unrest. There's a lot of good benefits to humanism, really. Yeah, I think this would be one of the few instances where I'd choose humanist over religious, because that'd be a really late acquisition for it. I think. Would mines give me peace? Probably. Yeah, let's just white peace them out. They don't need to be here. Now I need to remake this truce with Austria. It needs to involve Berlin. Again, I want to try and keep the borders looking relatively okay. Something like this. Also Budweiser. Budweiser. Right. Let's grab this. Now I have, for better than Napoleon, of course, I now have Vienna and Berlin. Well, it says Brandenburg, but that's only because it's now swapped. Because it's now under my jurisdiction. So next war will be the Ottomans, I think. So let's get down ready for the Ottomans, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think everyone's now walking towards there. And what mission can I fulfill? Break the Emperor's ring. The French alliance prevails. In this years of separatism, culture conversion costs, and overextension impact modifier. More reductions on the overextension impact. How nice. Then, if I get 50 provinces in Germany, I'd get all power costs till the end of the game. And it grants access to military hegemony from the beginning. See, if you do that super quick, you can just be military hegemon by like... Well, I mean, it wouldn't take... Would it? How long would it take? You got the Burgundian succession about 1480. Hell, you could have the military hegemony as early as like 1510, 1520 in a... If you're pushing for it, probably even sooner. I'm going to gain unrest in the province. I don't want to lose my gov reform progress. I also probably could have just centralised states and then done it. That is a thing that could have happened. Here we go. Down to 29 gov reform. And Austria-Hungary want my access? Of course you can. I mean, you just got absolutely smacked down. But yes, of course you can. Right, Commonwealth. I'll grab another thing here. I actually forgot to press the core button. And look at the gov cap. I went from like 3,300 to 2,200. From all of the town halls I built everywhere. It's so nice. Now I can take more land and consolidate that as well and keep my gov cap short. Even though actually what I'd like to do is use the gov cap I received to statify everything I took from the Commonwealth actually. I'll gain autonomy in Athens, I don't mind. Let's just statify this all up. What I could also do is put state edict. What I might do in between episodes here is put the state edict on. That gives you extra manpower modifier in each state. So that I'll have like even more manpower. Let it just spiral out of control by crazy amounts. That could be fun. We'll see. Editing me might... Not editing me, sorry. Future me might do that. I think that'd be a good way to pull it all in. So yeah, now I've just got a few more admin to spend on the cause for statify up what I need. It's looking nice. Again, I'm leaving Moldavia. My nice looking borders will just pretend like I'm including Moldavia in my borders because I'm not taking them. They must be protected. Let's grab... What's this province here? No. No? Okay, Valencia can have the cathedral then. I'm not adverse to the idea. Why is there no prosperity in Valencia? Did I only just... Oh, there's devastation in Alicante. Okay. That probably just means I need more another fort. Maybe I build a fort in Albacete. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing too much here. Just a quick spot change. And yes, I just used sword mana when I shouldn't have done. Oops. Oh well, it wasn't much. When next year, March. So I'm not going to drill. That would literally be me drilling for like a month. And then I'd have to undrill and wait for the morale. So yeah, let's just keep it as is. Then maybe, not just for the truce timer, let's maybe wait for the dip tech cost reduction for next year. Dip tech 23 was first taken in 1676. Yeah, that's about when I would have taken it if I could have been bothered to have took it, but I then decided to dev and do other stuff with my bird mana. But hey, as I say, tick of the month, it will come by. And then we'll just Imperialism CB. That Austria War should be the last time a claim should be used as the Cassis, to be honest. Let's do harsh treatment a couple times here. Bring down some rebel squads. And I've got 3 random barks. Nope, 3 random cogs. They're what I integrate from Meath, aren't they? I think. Let's gain more claims from the Ottomans. I know I said I wanted to use Imperialism, but the claims won't go amiss. Just reduces my core cost. I'm not going to complain at that. Already got a claim on Ergobos. Yeah, I've got plenty of claims on the Ottomans as it is. And let's say we must protect our trade. It's all looking good. Truce with the Ottomans has ended, but I want to grab Imperialism, which will be April, May, June, July, August, in half a year's time. I got there. Takes a second to count months. Right, September 85 is the Commonwealth. I'm going to buy indulgences and get the morale of armies and prestige up. Then let's invest more into becoming the next papal controller. I want to be the Pope permanently. Now, Commonwealth can shove it. It's my position. Also, I mean, the Commonwealth probably won't exist soon enough. There are only like 3 wars, probably. 465%. Okay. So they're like 5 wars. Way to show me up. So did I actually build the cathedral? Yes, I did. But it's the fort. That's why I was working out with the dev. That's good. Everything's set. As for my vassals, colonial subjects, sorry. French Louisiana is 26% loyal, disloyal. Florida is actually nearly 50%. When you just noticed that one. We'll just placate a couple times. Mind you, when I get more troops, they should fall in line a little better. More troops will come by when I change all the state edicts and get enough professionalism to once again put on the slackening. I don't need to be at 100% professionalism, I just like having some around, if I'm honest. Maybe the last wildcard idea might be economic. So quantity, quality, economic. Maybe. Right, that's imperialism. I'm still not Mil 23, but I can still absolutely crush the Ottomans, so there we go. I mean, they're not even Tech 23 anyway. So the tactics difference won't make a difference until we move through. I need to wait till the next month. Your capital's in Castelmano. Easy. Right, imperialism it is. Persia would help. I mean, they've helped me with every other Ottoman war. Sure. Don't need anybody drilling right now, I don't think. Let's move into the forts that I can. And then reinforce around here. Take this. And this one can go to stop the 7k, honestly. And then I'll change everything accordingly once that's all complete. See what I'm happy with keeping. Yeah, okay, that's fine as a maneuver. Everything's good. I just can't get to Kastamonu because of the Ankara fort. So I have to wait for Ankara to fall first. But yeah, the Ottoman's troops are kind of dashed around. Dotted around in all sorts of places. Let's take on Cephalonia. They've not got any ships blockading. Marvellous. Easy take. What are they doing with that 1k? They're going to transport into the sea 1k. Wouldn't you be able to instead just do like the 40k? Would that not just be more productive? Ah, whatever, let's not question it. I can move to Arta. Because I've got a land connect. I've got both sides of the strait, even if the Ottoman ships came back, like how they just did there. And yeah, I could pretty much just ignore the Ottomans. I'm just sieging straight through. So quantity, quality, then either offensive or like a humanist. Something like that. I'm just mentioning it now because the campaign might not go that far depending on how well revolutionary stuff goes. But that's what I'd be thinking if you were to sort of do a similar campaign. Even though, to be fair, if you were to go France, the best thing would do is just take the blob ideas. So like diplomatic, admin, quantity, religious, that sort of thing. Right, I'm Tech 22. Sorry, Tech 23. They will not want to mess with me. You know what? I'm going to be bold enough to just... Let's line this up as backup. And I'm just going to swap over units now. So Reformed Tertio becomes the... I usually feel like the Grenza or the Line Infantry here. Let's take the... Grenza Infantry. We'll take the Latin Dragoons. And the artillery stays the same. They change at Tech 25 next. 25, then 29, then there's no more cannon upgrades. And that's Austria-Hungary Cord. Marvellous. And there's the excess on the states. Good stuff. I also can't centralise state because I don't have enough paper mana at the very least. Let's start sending this over. They're going to start bringing units over to my Ruthenia provinces, my Ukrainian stuff. No thank you. Who's the best siege in here? 3. That'd be you. You go to Sinop. You're both siege 1, so this goes to Kastamonu. And this goes to Marash. There we go. It's looking good. What kind of percent are the Otto derps anyway? 262. Awesome stuff. Bearing in mind that when I get an admin tech increase, there'll be even less than that due to admin efficiency, and you need to account for the cost that is shown on the base, not the imperialism, which is reduced by a further 25% due to the fact that imperialism is a 75% cost CB. So overall, that's pretty good. This is one of the moments where you go, imagine if I also had Diplo ideas for the 20% war score cost reduction. Obviously that's not what I wanted to do this campaign, but if I wanted to have done that, that'd be super crazy. I really want to get rid of Geneva and Trent soon. That's bugging me. Their presence is bugging me. I can think of no better way to describe it. This is a hill. Well, it's a highland, but that's the same terrain style as hill. And that it's a -1. Easy peasy. They're getting absolutely ripped apart. There's a tactics difference thanks to me going up. Also, of course, we're ahead of them in morale. And we've got more troops. And they held on for quite some time, actually. All things considering. Good for you. We'll take you out in Balabadra. Nice little 40k stack wipe. We'll send this to Erzincan. And there we go. Remember, this is a Imperialism CB. All I need is the capital and we get ticking. That's another thing that makes Imperialism so good. The fact that your Casus Belli is take the capital. Which is something that you would do in every war regardless. Maybe this can go to Marash. And once it's arrived in Marash, I'll swap this one out and give it a brand spanking new general could be the plan. Let's send this one to Trebizond. And this one to Erzincan. Right, Gazikmuk are dealt with. So, peace. I'll be nice. Just ask for the money. If I want to be really nice, I would ask for peace but in reverse and give them money. But no, I'm not feeling that nice. I want to spend my money between episodes, damn it. Let's now take out the stack without a general. Pop that somewhere else. Probably can recruit a general while I'm in Caesarea, right? Because it's not technically enemy grounds. I think you have to be in friendly territory though. I can't remember quite how a access third party works. Oh, yeah, see? It's just don't be in enemy territory. Neutral territory doesn't count as enemy territory. Let's go to Bitlis. Nope, that's a bit far. That's a Bitlis far. Let's just have this go back and siege the provinces behind that haven't been taken. I also can't get to Ergobors. This war, I'll finish cleaning up the islands in here. So Ottomans will give me, say, Cephalonia, Moria, Negoroponte, Naxos, this one being Crete, by the way, and then just like, you know, then we hit the mainland stuff. Look at how much I can take though. Something like this would be nice. Quite frankly. Let's also go siege Theodoro. But I think based on the episode timer, we'll end things off here. So, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.